During the mid to late 90s, there were a lot of fighting games. It was a time of arcades, weird haircuts, good music, and other stuff. It was a time when the genre was commonly seen in gaming, like shooters are today, I guess. Wow, that makes me really sad. Most of these were found in arcades and the PS1, but the N64 had its fair share as well. Well, one of which is Mace: The Dark Age.
So Mace: The Dark Age was developed by Atari and published by Midway Games, who also published a large amount of the old Mortal Kombat games. Honestly, I'm already looking forward to this because there's some real potential here. The game only sold 40,000 units in Europe and 150,000 in North America. We could have a hidden gem on our hands here. Perhaps. The game was originally released on arcade machines and then was ported to the N64 soon after. There were plans for a PlayStation release, but the idea was eventually scrapped. I couldn't imagine why. So let's boot up this glamorous piece and see how it favors. So I'm sure the thing you're all dying to know of first is the story. There's a common trend in fighting games. The presentation and gameplay are great, and the story is, well, bollocks. With the exception of Tekken in a few cases. And those are great. Boy, love them. And this trend is pretty much the same case with Mace: The Dark Age. We're presented with this grand and epic opening, and all the characters have some interesting backstory as well. From what I'm told from this novel, the mace is an all-powerful weapon, which grants a user eternal life and immeasurable power. The greatest warriors from the Seven Kingdoms have been sent to face Asmodeus and claim the mighty weapon. Interesting setup, but we have no real reason to care for it. There's no real narrative other than the magic book at the start, and that's about it. Though, I can't really critique a fighting game by its story, so let's move on. Now it's time to pick our character. I think I need to mention this character selection. It's very nice. There are 12 characters to pick from and 4 to unlock, not including cheats. The different themes add nice variety as well, with each character having different stats and abilities. Except for this twat. Hello, who's this?
Hellbite.
Yeah, I think I should pick him. And now it's time for our first match.
Round 1. 3.
Hang on.
2.
Wait.
1.
Wait!
Fight!
So to start off, I'm gonna have to talk about the presentation. And I have to say, it's pretty darn impressive. All the characters have smooth animations and jump swiftly around the stage. The stages are each memorable and vibrant. Most of them have interactive features such as lava, poison, and even axes that will damage you if you get in the way. For 1997, that's pretty darn cool. It's easily one of the best looking fighting games of that time, topping even Mortal Kombat 4. And what I can fathom together is that every character has their own home stage. On these, you face them all individually. These ranging from mountain sanctuaries, to rocky wastelands, to that. It isn't really anything new or by any means special, but it's something. And look at this victory screen. Look at it. I don't even think it requires an explanation. The spears, the heads. These are the people you have bested. The warriors you have overcome and defeated. Just charming. And now let's talk about the core gameplay, which in short is pretty unimpressive to say the least. While the animations are smooth and clean, your attacks feel stocky and slow. This really cuts down a lot of the tension in the match. I mean, compared to Mortal Kombat 4 and Tekken 3, both also released in 1997, this feels like a real step backwards. However, this might just be for the one on Nintendo opposed to the arcade, meaning originally, it's likely to have been a lot snappier and faster. But for the sake of this review, on the N64, it's a bit of a shame. I mean, it's not that bad, but it cuts out a lot of potential fun and skill out of the game. That being said, there's very few combos as well. In a fighting game, a character needs to have variety in their own movesets, and this feels pretty lacking in some cases. The special moves are a bit of a joke as well. This means that a lot of fights just turn into a mash of buttons opposed to an actual game of skill, and at times this can be really frustrating. There's a real lack in satisfying moves to pull off, which subtracts a lot from the gameplay.
Oh, my mistake. Oh dear me. You having trouble?
And the final boss, Asmodeus, is a good challenge but not really that memorable. Hang on a tick. If the mace grants eternal life and ultimate power for the welder, then how can we possibly beat him? Oh, so it was, fiddlesticks. I don't exactly see why I'd need it. I mean, if I can beat all these worthy champions and Mr. Satan over here, then why would I need it? Speaking of things unimpressive, that goes for the sound design as well. I mean, the music isn't at all bad, some of the tracks are pretty darn well made, but the entire soundtrack just feels muffled together in the end. It's mostly a mix of grunge rock and not much else. And I'm a fan of grunge rock, but this is kinda disappointing. Only 1 or 2 tracks stand out, and it's a bit of a shame. And also these sound effects. Again, they're not that bad, but they're all just reused over and over again on all the characters and moves. The hulking.
Hellbite.
will have the same sound effects as all the other characters small and large. This takes away a lot of the impact and satisfaction from the blows you actually land. And another thing, why does the practice mode's character selection have such a short time limit? It makes sense in the main mode, but in practice?
I don't get it!
Damn it.
I have to win this one. I have to.
Round 1, fight! Continue!
Shut up. Anyway, despite this game's flaws, I actually had a lot of fun playing it. The flaws aren't big enough to ruin the fun, it just takes out a lot of potential enjoyment you'd have or time you'd spend in the game. So, my final verdict for this game is 3.5 stars. Commendable. It's not the greatest fighting game, but I had a lot of fun playing it and probably will play in the future as well. Though I'll probably just play Tekken 3 instead.
So thank you guys so much for watching. This video is quite tricky to make, but I'm glad I got through in the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want updates on future videos, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter and all those social medias and stuff. Your support is pretty much what makes these videos possible, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Really, it means the world, and thanks again for watching. If you want to see my last video, the top 10 games on the GameCube, make sure to click that annotation right there. If you want to see other stuff I've done, head over to my channel and see the other videos I've got there. Namely, only 2 so far, but oh well. Thanks again guys, I'll see you all next time.